सुसेगा दंपात पडूनाराक म्हजो मायमोगाचो नमस्कार. हांव फ्रँकी फर्नांडीस, मेलबर्न, ऑस्ट्रेलियासून तुमकां ह्यो गोंयच्यो आनी भायल्या देशां रावतल्या गोंयकारांच्यो खबरो कोंकणींतल्यान पावयतां. आज अब्रिलाची 12 तारीख. सुरवातेक खबर UK लंडन हांगासून. UK लंडन हांगा रावतले आमचे गोंयकार भाव भयण्यांक एक इतिहासीक आनी भोव म्हत्वाची खुशालकायेची खबर. अब्रिलाच्या 8 तारखेक UKच्या वेस्टमिनिस्टर हॉलांत हाऊस ऑफ कॉमन्स हातून UK रावतले सुमार 60 गोंयकारांचे प्रतिनिधी हांकां मेंबर ऑफ पार्लमेंट आनी सेक्रेटरी ऑफ स्टेट फॉर ट्रान्सपोर्ट हायडी अलेक्झांडर आनी स्विंडन नॉर्थ हांगाचे MP विलस्टोन हाणें हांचो सत्कार केलो. मुखेल सोयरे म्हूण मेंबर ऑफ पार्लमेंट सीमा मल्होत्रा आनी MP वेलेरी वाज तशेंच क्लेटन बरेटो सोशल सेक्रेटरी हाय कमिशनर ऑफ इंडिया इन लंडन हाजीर आसले. पिलार संस्थेचो पाद्री भाव फादर फेरोज फर्नांडीस हाणें सुरवातीची मागणी केली.
It's a very quiet, silent evening, and it marks the silent contribution of a community coming from Goa, identifying its roots and ethnicity to Goa. We start with a blessing. God our Father, thank you for bringing us together to celebrate hard work, values based on faith, based on our common bonding, and in a special way, we want to acknowledge your grace along this journey. The journey was made possible by your blessing. The journey was made possible by what we inherited from this land. The journey was made possible by lots of collaborators and fellow citizens that we met in this country. The journey, contribution that we have made and we continue to embark on is a journey of brotherhood, to respect one another, to acknowledge diversity, to celebrate the goodness that we have in a special way, faith that enhances us as individuals and faith that brings us together to foster peace and brotherhood. In a special way, we acknowledge the leadership that we have, the leadership that brings the best in the people, the leadership that leads us and shows us the way forward. This is what we have come here, Lord, to acknowledge before you. We ask your blessing as we journey forward, acknowledging lots of people who are silently contributing to nation building, silently bringing innovation, solving problems for communities, and fostering a sense that always keeps us together as one nation.
हे फुंगसांक मुखेल आदार दिवपी आसले स्विंडन बरो कावन्सिल हाचो मेयर इम्तियाज शेख आनी ताची गोरकान कावन्सिलर अडोरेबल अमाराल शेख आनी ताणें सांगलें.
I am so proud and honoured to be able to co-host this special celebration today alongside my husband, Councillor Imtiaz Sheikh, Mayor of Swindon, to shine a light on the extraordinary achievements, the resilience and the cultural richness that our Goan community has brought to these shores. The story of a Goan diaspora is one of courage, determination and an undying fighting spirit to seek better opportunities while always carrying the vibrant essence of Goa wherever we go. From the first arrivals over 40 years ago, seeking to forge a new life, to the present day descendants, some of whom are here, the Goan community has woven its legacy into the diverse fabric of British society. Our Goan brothers and sisters have made significant strides across various fields, from medicine, theatre and arts, business, academia, politics, and the armed forces, to all to sharing Goa's love for entertainment, cuisine, and fine dining. All your contributions have been pivotal in adding more richness to life in the UK. Many of our Goan brothers and sisters with medical and care backgrounds have tirelessly looked after communities, especially through COVID, offering compassion and dedication. In the entertainment and arts, Goans have enriched the cultural landscape with a unique blend of traditions and contemporary creativity, capturing hearts and minds with our musical talent. In business as well, the spirit of the Goan people has led to many thriving local businesses, restaurants, creating jobs and contributing to the economy. Your success stories is what inspires us all, reminding us that the determination and hard work that you have put in has overcome all of the obstacles. The Goan community has also made its mark in politics and in social work. We have community champions here today and community leaders here today who support the local community through their hard work and dedication. We have the first Goan Mayor, Councillor Sheikh, and our fellow Goan MP, Valerie Baz. A big thanks to you all for tirelessly working to better all our communities everywhere we live. In the spiritual and academic realms, our Goan priests and teachers have pursued knowledge and excellence, breaking new ground and sharing insights to benefit our society at large. And we thank you for being the trees of knowledge bearing fruit and for sowing your seeds everywhere you've gone. You are all here today because you are inspirational in your own way in paving the way forward for your children, and our families to come. I know that beyond these professional and personal achievements, there is a deep sense of community pride, warmth, hospitality that truly defines the Goan spirit of Goan. I want you to please remember at every opportunity to keep that Goan, that fire, that passion burning, because that is what we need today so we can pass that on to the children of tomorrow.
Just returning from the House of Commons, there was a special program in recognition of the contribution of Goan diaspora for this nation in the UK, and all of us gathered there were honoured. But this medal that was given to us is a recognition for all the priests who have been in London serving the Goan community, some from Goa, some from other parts, and who continue to serve the priests to nourish their faith. So this is a recognition for the spiritual leadership of all the priests. God bless you, fellow priests, and all the others who provide spiritual support to the community, especially from Goa, who are here in London and beyond.
गोंयचे नामनेचे तियात्रिस्ट आनी संगीतकार टॉमी अल्फोन्सो, जाका आमी जुनियर नेल्सन म्हूण वळखतात, आनी आंद्रे पेद्रू डिसूजा, जाका आमी बाब एंड्रू म्हूण वळखतात, हांचो बी सत्कार केलो आनी ताणें ह्या वेळार एक नवेंच कंपोज केल्लें गीत गायलें.
You Highland kitler Goinkar ami satorani hanslo Embriani Swindon angravta Rostar dumosot solon gelea Vedem tu gaie che Goinka peonta Mitru emo friends consilani Goinka warriors Yoslava Koruyam Goinka trasam polya Mavodra Goneka meka paula Koruyam Goinka trasam polya Mavodra Goneka meka paula.
दुसरी खबर, आमचे सारखे क्रिस्तांव धर्मीक लोक पास्काच्या काळात आसात, तर ह्या वेळार गेल्ल्या सुमारांत गोवा वेल्या हांगा 2 वर्साचे सांताचें पुरसांव जालें. हाचे बाबतींत आमकां सांत आंद्रे इगोर्जेचो पाद्विकार फादर आंतोनियो आल्बुकेर आनी म्हायती दितात.
हें पुरसांव सुरू जालें 1617 ह्या वर्साक, आनी ते आतां पिलार फादर्स आसा थंयसर फ्रांसिस्कान पाद्रीचो मोठ आसा, आनी थंय हें पुरसांव सुरू जालें. फ्रांसिस्कान पाद्रींनी खंय द वेल ऑफ वेरोनिका रोमांक तां हाडलेली अशें म्हणटात, आनी हे वेलीचो उमाव प्राचिताच्या काळार सुरू जालो. उपरांत तांणी ताका सांत जोडले, आनी ते म्हणल्यार 65 सांत आसले, आनी हें पुरसांव अशें चलतालें. पूण मागीर 1835 वर्साक जेन्ना पुर्तुगेजांनी सगळ्या धार्मीक घरां बंद केलीं, धार्मीक घरां बंद जालीं, आनी तांकां धांवडायले हांगा सरले तेन्ना पुरसांवूय बंद जालें. पूण मागीर 1868 वर्साक ही आमची इगोर्ज बांदली तेन्ना हे पुरसांव नव्यान सुरू जालें. आनीक तेन्ना 25 सांत आसलेले. आतां काल आमी सांत भायर काडले ते 31 सांत आसात. प्लस द वेल ऑफ वेरोनिका तेजें चित्र आसा कडेन. म्हणटकच ताजो थोडक्यान इल्लोसो इतिहास. ही फ्रांसिस्कान तिसरी ऑर्ड आसा, तांणी हें सुरू केल्लें आनी आजून पर्यंत तांचोय वावर बरे भशेन चलता. जे गोवा वेल्ल्याचे जायते लोक परदेसान आसा. आतां ही चड करून UK आसा, दुसऱ्या गांवांनी आहा. पूण वर्साच्या वर्सा ते खूब जाण येतात. हे फावटी तितले येवंक ना, कित्याक हे फावटी ते सायबाच्या एक्सपोजिशनाक आयले. नाजाल्यार वर्साच्या वर्सा पुरसांवाक खिरीत भशेन भायर लोक आहा तो येता, कित्याक हे तांकां तेंचे अस्मितायेची एक व्हडली वस्त. हे पुरसांव आमचे इट ऑल्सो स्पीक्स ऑफ कम्युनल हार्मनी, कित्याक फकत क्रिस्तांव लोक पूण जायतो दुसरोय लोक, दुसऱ्या धर्माचो लोक ह्या पुरसांवाक येता आनीक ही भक्ती चलता. आमी पळयता काल पुरसांव जाला, पूण फाटल्यान आजून पर्यंत उमो चलता. आयज आनी फाल्यां पासून ओमा आसलो आनी ओमाक येता आसतना न्हूच फकत कातो, तातूंत दुसरे धर्माचे आसतले लोक आनी दुसरे धर्माचे लोक येतात. म्हणटच आमकां ही एक बाबार्थाची वाट कशी ती. हें आमचें पिराचिताचें पुरसांवच जोडी भायल्यान थोडो दबाजो जाता, फेस्त कशें दिसता, पूण तें फेस्त न्हू. पूण आमी चुकले हो सायबा, आमची काकूट कर म्हूण आमी सदांच उलो मागता आनी लोकूय ह्याच मनान ह्या पुरसांवांत वांटो घेतात. आमी हे आमचे सांताचे पुरसांव आमच्या गांवांक एक दारजोणें, कित्याक इट इज व्हेरी आयकॉनीक. आख्या आसियान एकूच आहा ते त्या पासून. म्हणटच जे कोण हितून भाग घेतात, जे कोण युट्यूबार पळयता, तांकांय आमी देवाची कृपा मागता आनी सगळ्या सांतां भक्तां भशेन आमी जेजूच्या पावलांनी चलूंक आमकांय आदार मेळचो हें आमचें.
देव बरें करूं तुका फादर आंतोनियो आल्बुकेर, तुवें आमकां तुजो वेळ दिलो म्हूण आनी ह्या सांताच्या पुरसांव हाचे इतिहासा बाबतींत म्हायती दिली म्हूण. गोंयकारांक एक दुखेस्त खबर. 1952 वर्साक उद्घाटन जाल्लें पणजे तशेंच गोंयचें फामाद हॉटेल मांदोवी, जे कांय तेंप जालो बंद आसा, ते पावणेक वयता. आमकां खबर मेळ्ळे ते प्रमाणे हें हॉटेल सद्याक द गोवन अर्बन कोऑपरेटिव्ह बँक हाच्या ताब्यांत आसा. बँकाचो लोन फारीक जावना म्हूण कांय वर्सां आदीं हें हॉटेल बंद करचें पडलें. मांदोवीच्या दर्यादेगेर हॉटेल मांदोवी हातून कांय नामनेचे पॉलिटिशियन तशेंच साबार नामनेचे बिझनेसमॅन रावन गेल्यात. आमकां मिगेल ब्रगांचा ह्या हॉटेला बाबतींत आपले कांय उगडास करता.
It is indeed very sad to learn that the Mandovi Hotel, which was built in 1952 for the 10th decennial exposition of St. Francis Xavier, and one of the most iconic buildings that we have in Goa. The building had the first lift. I remember in the 1960s going there just to go up and down the lift and just to meet my mother's uncle who would come down from Rio de Janeiro and live in that hotel. Later we have had many events over there, many agriculture events, many events in politics. Even we had a workshop to train local florists in the art of flower arrangements with an Australian expert in 2001. The last event that I have gone there is for the felicitation of Nana Bandekar, NRB, on his 75th birthday. It was a grand function held on the 5th floor. When I was working in Panjim in the agriculture department, if we wanted a clean washroom, the Mandovi Hotel's washroom near Senado was the place to go. It was the only good place that you could use where one could be comfortable. The Senado has had lots of events that I remember, of the Rotary Club, of the GCCI, of the Agriculture Department. Rio Rico was a place where I would go with Mr. Gaikwad when I was with Philcop. We have had lots of events of the Cashew Development Directorate in the Mandovi and lots of other events that I can remember. The book fair was a place where you would go to pick up books, and Pastelaria on the ground floor was also the place where you could pick up good snacks. The Canara Bank had its NRI branch in the Mandovi Hotel because the NRIs came to Mandovi Hotel, and this iconic place is gone. More than the loss of the house of Prince Menezes and Eric Menezes in Mapsa, I feel the loss of the Mandovi Hotel. It's very imminent, and most likely it will not remain the same.
In the year 1950, in Goa, there was talk that there was going to be an exposition of the relics of St. Francis Xavier. But at that time, the hype was so much that quite a lot of dignitaries were supposed to come here from Portugal. But there was a problem. There was no proper accommodation in Goa. And it was this reason that led the Kenny family to start a hotel which we call as Hotel Mandovi today. Hotel Mandovi has been an icon for not only Panji but for the whole of Goa. Located on the bank of river Mandovi and overlooking that, initially it was started in 1950, but when it came up to its ground floor and first floor, they realized that there was something wrong. They demolished that entire thing and they reconstructed the front building that we see today, the 4-storied building. Another wing was added to it later in the year 1982-83. This Mandovi has been a source of heritage for not just people who came to Goa, but for very high dignitaries. When it was being constructed, it had the privilege of being supervised by the governor who would be passing that area from his Adil Shah's palace, where the seat of power was, to his home at Donapaula. He would stop there and he would check it up. Later on, after liberation, this hotel had the privilege of catering to His Holiness Pope John Paul II when he visited here in Goa. Not only that, the dignitaries such as the Prime Minister of India to be Vajpayee, Lal Kishan Advani, Indira Gandhi, so many of them, they have had the pleasure of coming there, staying there, resting there and enjoying the cuisine of Hotel Mandovi. One of the very unique part of this Hotel Mandovi was, it was the first multi-storied building that came up in Goa. And to cater to the people, the posh people who are there, or the filals as we may say, they did not want to walk up, though the staircases were wide. The first lift was introduced in this hotel. At that time, it was a huge novelty, and this novelty was called as the moving room, because you could go inside and then the whole room went up to another floor. This hotel, I've had the privilege of working there for almost a decade. For me, it is almost like a second family. The people who came to Goa, until they had the food of Goa, a trip to Goa was not complete. Today, it is not in a very good shape, but we hope that this heritage, iconic hotel of Goa restarts its business back and comes back to its old glory. That is Hotel Mandovi.
गोंयचे कुणबी कापड हाका फावो तो मान दिवपा खातीर गेल्ल्या सुमनांत गोंयचे तशेंच इंडियेचे फामाद फॅशन डिझायनर वर्मा डिमेलो आनी बोगमालो बीच रिसॉर्ट हाणें एक फॅशन शो आयोजन केलो. मुखेल सोयऱ्यान आसले गोंयचे मंत्री मोविन गुदिनो.
Sometimes we do not know our culture, we don't know our history. We have to sometimes dwell a little deeper. And that's how today, this evening, it's basically a Kunbi show where the finest fabric, I would say, the humble fabric, has been taken to its heights by renowned designer Verma Demelo by presenting this show along with Sadhana, who is the managing director of this Bogmalo Beach Resort, to a different level altogether to showcase Goa's culture.
Showstopper for today. Damian, in a original Kunbi sari in true Burma style. Give a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, the extremely talented, passionate Burma Demelo.
गेल्ल्या सुमनांत गोंयचो मुखेलमंत्री प्रमोद सावंत हाणें विकसीत गोवा 2037 हाचो QR कोड जाहीर केलो. हाचो हेतू म्हणल्यार गोंयकारांक तशेंच भायले देश रावतल्या गोंयकारांक गोंयांत कशे तरेन सुदारण हाडपाक सजेशन दिवपाक एक संदी मेळटली आनी गोंयच्या सरकाराक विजन डॉक्युमेंट करपाक आदार मेळटलो.
ऑनरेबल प्रायम मिनिस्टर्स विजन विकसीत भारत विकसीत गोवा हो प्रोग्राम आमी लॉन्च केला. आमी जाका म्हणटा की ऑनरेबल प्रायम मिनिस्टरच्या अंतर्गत 4 पिलराचेर सरकार चलता. युवा शक्ती, नारी शक्ती, किसान शक्ती आनी गरीब कल्याण. ह्या 4 पिलराचेर फुडें वता आसतना आमी विशेष करून गोंयांतूय बी विकसीत गोवा 2037 हे पुराय करपा खातीर लोकांचे सजेशन्स घेवपाक आयच्यान आमी चालू करता. हाच्या पयलीं एका कॅबिनेटूय एप्रुवल दिल्लें. कॅबिनेट आमचे मिनिस्टर्स, HOD, सेक्रेटरीज ह्या सगळ्यां कडेन उलयल्या. इंडस्ट्रियल बॉडी, कमर्शियल बॉडीज ह्या वेगवेगळ्यां कडेन आमची जे आमी ऑर्गनायझेशन्स घेतला ते सगळ्यां कडेन उलयतले आनी विकसीत गोवा 2037 हाजो विजन डॉक्युमेंट विदीन 6 मंथ्स आमी पुराय करतले. अँड दॅट वील बी द ओपन फॉर द पब्लीक ऑल्सो आफ्टर द 6 मंथ्स. ताच्या खातीर आत्तां जेंका सजेशन्स दिवपाक जाय वेगवेगळ्या गजालीच्यो ते सजेशन्स दिवपा खातीर ओपन आसा. QR कोड स्कॅन करपाचो आनी 6 months from now will complete within. ना ताजें काम सुरू आसा ऑलरेडी. They'll submit the report within 6 months. Now within a month, those who wants to give the suggestions, within a month they want to complete it. Within a 1 month. Because half the काम they have completed to meet the industries, to meet the Chamber of Commerce, to meet different people in the state of Goa, they are already completed. फक्त आमकां लोकांची सजेशन्स येवपाची बाकी आशिल्ली. MOU आमी 6 म्हयन्या पयलीं करून सगळें काम कंप्लीट केलें. आयचो फक्त लॉन्चिंग जे आसा हें लोकां कडल्यान सजेशन्स घेवपाक.
आनी आतां वयचे पयलीं एक खुशालकायेची खबर. बोरवरी हांगा रावपी डॉक्टर थायरा आंद्राल हाका MBBS एग्जाम हातून फर्स्ट रँक फावो जाला. ही एक खुशालकायेची खबर आमकां सगळ्यांक. डॉक्टर थायरा जावन आसा आमचो इश्ट फामाद फोटोग्राफर डॅरल आनी स्वेटलेना आंद्राल हांची. डॉक्टर थायरा सद्याक गोवा मेडिकल कॉलेज हातून आपली इंटर्नशीप करता. ताणें ताचें शिकप शारदा मंदिर मिरामार हांगा केल्लें आनी ताचे उपरांत HSSC डेम्पो हायर सेकंडरी ऑफ सायन्स पेस हांगा केल्लें. कॉंग्रॅच्युलेशन्स टू यू वन्स अगेन डॉक्टर थायरा आंद्राल. वी आर प्राऊड ऑफ युअर अचिव्हमेंट्स. तर ह्योच नासल्यो आमच्यो गोंयच्यो आनी भायले देशांत रावतल्या गोंयकारांच्यो खबरो सुसेगाद दनपार मेलबर्न ऑस्ट्रेलियासून. मेळुया दुसऱ्या सोमानात. ते मेरेन मोग आसूं दी.